If I only show you the eyes, can you tell who the artist is? If you guessed Ilya Kuvshinov, then you are correct. How about this? Lamb? Yes, correct again. Two great artists in their own right, but they share one thing in common, and that is they both have recognizable art style. It is no secret by now that having a recognizable style is the main ingredient for a successful art career, especially in the age of social media, where people's attention span is very short. There are other ways to make your art style recognizable. It can also be in your proportions, in the background, your subject matter, and even the poses. Today, we're going to analyze the works of an artist who took quote-unquote distinct art style to a whole new level through her vibrant, bold, flamboyant choice of colors. And that artist is Mika Pikazo. So I gathered a dozen of Mika Pikazo's artworks to find common characteristics in her works, and I found 9 consistent characteristics. Number 1. Kyo-Ani eye shape, an eye shape similar to Kyo-Ani characters. Number 2. Thick eyelashes. Number 3. A subtle S-curve on the cheeks, another feat found in Kyoto animation characters. 4. Simplified nose and lips. 5. Black line art. Other artists try to paint over the black line art to get away from the manga-ish look. Mika Pikazo isn't so shy about her black line art. Number 6. The use of vibrant base colors. 7. Cell shading, a quick and simple way of shading commonly used in animations to save time. 8. The use of halftones. And 9. Abstract eyes. Alright, we have everything we need. Now let's start with the sketch. Okay, sketch is done. Let's see how many steps we have accomplished so far. We have Mika Pikazo's signature eye shape, the thick eyelashes, the subtle S-curve on the cheeks, and the simple nose and lips we usually see in anime. What I mean by simple is the level 1 rendering of the nose and lips like you see here in Lycoris Recoil anime, and in level 2 you can see the nostril and the form of the nose is rendered. Okay, 4 down, 5 more to go. Let's continue. For the line art, I'm only using the default Clip Studio Paint G-Pen brush. Hey guys, if you like videos about art style analysis of popular artists, or if you want to support the channel, please subscribe. Thanks very much. Thank you guys. For the base color, I used pop art color palette that was invented in the 50s. I know it's lazy, but each color is vibrant and the overall palette attracts attention. That's why it is called advertising colors in the 50s. The top right side of the color wheel is always the most vibrant. Okay, we're done with the block line art and the vibrant base colors. Mika Pikazo used cell shading in most of her works. It is a very simple shading style commonly used in Western cartoons and in anime. The style imitates realistic shading but with minimal effort, using only one hard brush all throughout. Another artist who is very good at cell shading is Ogipote. Look at how he indicates a hard edge shadow by adding darker lines. A technique Mika Pikazo also used on the terminator of her skin shading, which I will discuss later. Back then, when I shade skin shadow, I did trial and error to pick the appropriate color, which is very inefficient. But after studying Mika Pikazo's shading, I learned how to use the purples, the greens, and the reds as skin shadow without looking like a purple or red paint has been smeared on the face. There are two ways to do this. The first method is to put the skin color on the blank area of the canvas. Then decide the skin shadow that you want. It can be a purple, red, green, blue, or any color. Then use a blending brush to blend the skin shadow and the skin base. Stroke the brush from light to hard to create a variety of color values. Then use the color picker tool to pick the color that you like. Then apply it on the top of the skin base. The second method is very simple. Choose a saturated color. This time I will use purple. Apply it on the top of the skin layer. Then, simply reduce the opacity. Keep adjusting the opacity till you get the result that you want. And of course, it won't be a legit Mika Pikazo art style without the most obvious pop art influence, the halftones. If you look at the angel wing from afar, it looks like it's been properly shaded. Up close, it's just a bunch of diagonal lines. And applying halftones is the easiest among the 9 steps. Go to Layer Property, then go to Tone, set the frequency to lowest possible. Use Brightness of Image, then choose a halftone pattern. Go to Layer Color and pick a color for your halftones. This will convert all your brushstroke into diagonal lines. Easy, right? Alright, done with the cell shading and done with the halftones. For the final step, the abstract eyes. I'm only calling it abstract eyes for the lack of better term. And the random brushstrokes in the eyes reminds me of the abstract art. Mika Pikazo doesn't have a fixed painting style of the eye. Each artwork is different from the others, so I gave up analyzing them and decided to copy one of her eye work instead. And by the way, another recognizable characteristic in Mika's cell shading is the way she paints the terminator line. The terminator line is the transition zone between the areas of light and shadow. It is the line in between, like this. So this is the full drawing, and to be honest, I'm not convinced that it looks like a Mika Pikazo work, because yeah, I do think Mika's style is heavily influenced by pop art movement in the 50s. So I copied a color template from the 50s. It's all I did. I never applied the triad color theory, and I think it doesn't look right because I also stayed true to the colors of the character I'm referencing, Misuzu from the anime Air. Luckily, there's a quick digital fix to this, so all I need to do is increase the contrast and boom, that's it. And before I end the video, I'm just gonna quickly mention 3 more characteristics in Mika Pikazo's style. They are common, but she doesn't apply them in all her works, so they're kinda optional. 1. The gradients in shadow. As you can see, the skin shadow is composed of 2 colors, not just one. Then she also adds noise to the illustration to imitate paper-like texture. And lastly, rasterizing her old works in the hair. So yeah, hope you guys learned something from the video. I don't think I got the style accurately, but I think I got close, especially in the facial features. And the 9 common characteristics I listed is a good starting point for imitating Mika's style. And I think it is the right way to analyze and imitate a master's work by making a list of characteristics. And by doing this exercise, you might along the way discover your own style. So I highly recommend you do this exercise. And lastly, if you really want to learn Mika's style and her thought process when drawing, there is no better way than learning from the master herself. That's why I'm going to leave a link of her Pixiv fun box in the description. Thanks for watching guys. Let me know in the comments which artist should we study for our next video. Alright, see ya and take care.